We got a lot to talk about with you, Melonie. It's time to
All
get into the
right.
nitty gritty.
Am I in trouble?
Okay.
Busted.
You're always in trouble. Someone is always mad at you. Why
According
is
to
that?
some,
Why
They're
are
always
people
mad.
always mad at you, Melonie?
I don't know. I guess some people want to mold me into a specific person that they want me to be, and so I have a lot of fun triggering people for some reason, and so it's from all sides. It's just like, okay, you're gonna tell me what I can say or can't say. I'm gonna do the opposite. It's just a fun time.
Well, do you get it from both sides? You get it
I
from the
do
left and the
actually.
right?
I mean, I get it more from like the woke side and stuff, but I get it from the other side too. I mean, the other side's, I'm a Christian. Everybody knows this, but I also get it from the Christian side from people saying like, "Oh, you're supposed to be this hippie Diet Coke Christian. You're not supposed to say mean words ever. You're not supposed to make these kind of jokes, or you're not allowed to show your arms, or you're not allowed to wear shorts, or this, that, or the other." So I come for them too. It's a fun time.
I
gotta
watched
keep in mind people like Mormons are also considered Christians, and people like you
Yes.
see what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and you can't drink tea, you can't smoke
What?
cigarettes, you can't. Yeah.
Wait, you can't drink
And the
tea.
Jehovah's Witness
No,
and all that. There's all kinds
Yeah,
of
that's all
extremes
shit you're putting
everywhere.
in your body. Yeah,
What are you supposed to drink? Just water forever and ever?
water.
Only
Yeah.
water?
Well,
so
I guess.
So you've had some spats recently. You've actually apparently ended a relationship that I had. Apparently, I just from
Really?
you being you on the show, from you being on the show. Rich
Did
from
that
Review
make
Tech-
him unfriend you?
Well, he got mad at me and
Friend you on Facebook.
well, he called me all these horrible things. Like he called me a homophobe and all these things like because you were on the show and because I didn't ask the questions that he wanted me to ask, right? So he called me all these things and it's like, why would I have him on the show if he's gonna be,
Right.
like that?
Exactly.
Like you've never called me those things,
No.
and
Oh.
I need self-respect.
Well, that's right. You being a gay man should 100% gain gay respect.
My favorite gay person.
Travis is?
Yours. Yes.
All right.
Thank
That was
you,
a very
thank you.
sophisticated Maggie Smith type of yes.
Of course.
Yeah, I wrote out a whole page response to him, and I got sick the next day. So I'm like, okay, let's just not.
How does it feel to have him offended on your behalf?
Isn't it wonderful? Yeah, it's great.
As a woman, I see this stuff too from people just trying to virtue signal these male feminist types who are just trying to be offended on women's behalf, and that's the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah.
That makes me want to be a misogynist.
Yeah, speak for me. Thanks. You're not the brightest cookie in the jar, but go ahead. Go ahead.
So Kyle actually has a really good question, and I appreciate this. I appreciate you asking this, Kyle. Says, so I have a tough question. Craig, you said jokes are jokes, but when Phil made that dark joke about slavery, you and Adam punched down on him. No, to be clear, we weren't punching down at all. We were punching straight ahead, and the joke wasn't about slavery. It was about child trafficking.
Oh.
And he denied it.
Yeah, right. That's the biggest thing. Is he's like, "What's the joke? There's no joke there. I don't even understand what like." He kind of played ignorant to it. So he says, but Melonie made a dark joke also. What's the difference? Look, people are going to get offended by jokes, right?
Mhm.
I think, the thing with DSP was he made
He
a joke
acted
that,
stupid.
well, right. People like out of that entire interview, that's the one thing that I look back on. I'm like, that could have been handled differently. Right. But I do think it's important to ask people about those things. Like I'm going to ask Melonie Mac. Hey, Melonie Mac, you had a tweet recently that you got suspended for, that where you used language that is deemed unacceptable today by the internet. Melonie, please tell us about that situation and why you're a bad person.
Okay, so
Is that a good question?
it's a great question.
Thanks.
So basically, somebody made a tweet and they were talking about XQC, the streamer, and it said, well, I'm obviously not going to say the word on your stream. I'm going to get you demonetized. So it said XQC went viral for saying the bundle of sticks word. And now he just signed a $100 million contract with Kick. Cancel culture ain't real. That's what it said. So I saw it, instantly laughed, thought of a funny joke, quote tweeted it, and said, bundle of sticks, bundle of sticks, bundle of sticks, bundle of sticks. So it would be like, oh, I'm going for that $400 million contract.
Exactly.
It was doing some numbers. People were thinking it was hilarious. I had like multiple gay people in the comments just laughing, and then your people like the certain bald man was offended by it.
Not Craig.
And then
reported it.
attack somebody.
Yeah, and so then I got I got locked out of my Twitter account for that one. And I did lose a sponsor over that one.
Wow, really?
I lost a certain beverage sponsor. I understood though, like when I made the tweet, I knew what I was risking. I was like, I'm probably gonna lose sponsors over this, but it's okay. I like to be able to make jokes and be free with stuff, and my sponsors are getting backlash like crazy all the time. So that one ended. I was like, I totally understand. No need to make a big deal out of it. And then another one I put on pause for now while we assess, because I'm tired of other people having to deal with backlash constantly over me. I can handle the backlash, but I don't like for other people tied to my name there to have to suffer for it as well. So it was like, whatever. But part of it too is now I feel more free to make more jokes. So nobody is safe. Look out. I'm coming for you next.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, you made a great point. For people who think he's this wonderful example, or think that, he should have been banned or whatever.
Mhm.
He said this word and he got $100 million contract.
Yes.
So shouldn't he be canceled according to everybody else's logic? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There's video of him saying it.
Yes. Yeah.
So the thing is, people saw your joke. They
Mhm.
got offended by it. You got canceled. Can you talk?
But he didn't get canceled for actually doing it.
Right.
Right.
And that's what's funny is the difference is in my context, I use it as a joke, not directed at anybody. And I get locked out for it. He actually was directing it at somebody. So, and I think that's one of the things with
Small difference.
Yeah. And that's one of the things with myself is I love making jokes, love making edgy jokes, love offending people, all that. But one policy I have with myself is I don't like to come for people directly. And so when I make these kinds of jokes, it's very broad. It's very, hey, let's laugh at this. It's just words, but at any point, if you look at my jokes, you'll find that it's never malicious intentions. It's never directed at somebody specifically. It's just for fun. And I want the internet to be fun again, like it used to be, where it was just a lot more carefree. You can make these jokes and people will laugh at it or not laugh at it or move on with their day. But at the end of the day, just not make such a huge deal over things and not take things so serious.
You mean jokes like this?
Very pro LGBTQ and always have been.
I don't know, man, but you are such a fucking loser faggot that
Oh, geez.
Yeah, like that.
Like that one.
Oh, and that's what he said. Was his response to me was that I'm very pro LGBTQ and always have been. Well, you are when it's convenient to you,
Mhm.
Rich. Because I went back into your content and I did that on purpose. I even told you I was going to do that, and I noticed something. Every time that you say you're pro gay people or LGBTQ, you use it to attack somebody right after that. Isn't that weird? You don't just support gay people. You support them and then attack somebody. So almost like we're like this hammer for you.
Exactly. Also, he called me the C word, the see you next Tuesday word. And it's like, well, by your own definition and by your own standards, wouldn't that be misogynistic? So it's just the double standards are unreal. And also the way I see it is if guys can say that word and they can say the B word, all that, then why aren't we allowed to say that the bundle of sticks word? It's all in good fun.
You talking about calling like a woman a bitch?
Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Fair is fair.
Mhm.
Well, and especially if you're not attacking somebody
Exactly.
specific
What
with
it's
it.
just goofy fun.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Would greatly appreciate that so you can find more clips on the channel. And of course, come join us live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time for our live Side Scrollers podcast. We would love to see you there.